There comes a moment in every man's life when he realizes no one is coming to save him, not his friends, not his family, not even those he thought would always stand by him. There comes a night when silence becomes your only companion, and the only sound you hear is your own breath. That's when you begin to understand this is the path, not the one filled with applause, but the one filled with pain, discipline, and faith. You were born to walk this road alone, so that one day you could finally meet the strongest version of yourself. If you've ever been betrayed, if you've ever been abandoned or underestimated, stay until the end. Because this isn't just another motivational video. This is a message for warriors of silence, for those who've been broken but are ready to rise again. Most people fear being alone. They think solitude means weakness, but the Stoics, they saw it differently. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." And the Bible says, "Be still and know that I am God." When you walk alone, you are not abandoned. You are being refined, like gold in fire. The world teaches noise, but God teaches silence. And in that silence, you discover who you truly are, without approval, without the mask, without the noise. Imagine this. You gave everything to someone, your time, your heart, your energy, and one day they walked away. No reason, no closure, just silence. You scroll through old messages, trying to find where it went wrong. But here's the truth. Sometimes God removes people, not to hurt you, but to humble you, to teach you how to love without losing yourself. Seneca said, "He who depends on another for happiness is enslaved." When you attach your peace to others, you give them control over your soul. But when you let go, when you say, "I will love, but I will not beg," you rise above pain, you walk alone, and that's where you meet God. Now imagine this. You show up every day, you give your best, and still they mock you, they overlook you, they underestimate you. You start to doubt yourself. Maybe I'm not enough. Maybe I'm meant to stay small. But that's the lie the world tells the humble. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." You don't need to scream your worth. You need to live it. Work in silence, walk alone. And when the time comes, your results will speak louder than their words. Marcus Aurelius lost 8 children. Seneca was exiled. Epictetus was born a slave. And yet, none of them complained. They didn't ask, "Why me?" They asked, "How can I endure?" The Bible says we glory in our sufferings because suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character. Hope's strength isn't built in comfort, it's forged in fire. So if you are walking through darkness right now, don't run from it. Walk through it, because God does His best work in the dark. How to walk alone and remain strong. Accept solitude as training. Seek understanding, not distraction. Start your mornings in silence. Pray, breathe, listen, write what you feel. Don't react. Let the page carry what your heart cannot. Build routines that calm your mind. Discipline replaces chaos. Detach from approval. You are not what people think. You are what you repeatedly do. Turn rejection into redirection. Every no leads you closer to the right yes. Choose silence over argument. The calm man wins unseen battles. Pray when you feel forgotten. Remember, even Jesus prayed alone before the cross. Thank God every night for pain, for lessons, for breath. Gratitude turns isolation into illumination. And finally, Remember your mission. The world doesn't need more talkers. It needs calm, strong men of faith and conviction. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in a prison cell. He walked alone, but he became free inside, long before freedom came. Outside, Abraham Lincoln, ridiculed, doubted, defeated, but his solitude forged his leadership. And Jesus Christ, betrayed, beaten, abandoned. Yet he said, "But Father, forgive them." That is unbreakable strength. When you walk alone, you stop performing, you stop chasing noise, and you start hearing the whisper of eternity. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." And the Bible says the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. So walk, even if it hurts, even if they laugh, even if you are misunderstood. Walk alone, but never without purpose. Walk alone, but never without faith, because the man who walks with God is never truly alone. You don't need validation. You don't need applause. You don't need their permission. You just need conviction, faith, and the will to move forward, even when the road is silent. So rise, wipe your tears, straighten your back, and take the first step, alone but unafraid, because the man who walks alone walks with destiny. Write in the comments, "We walk alone, but never without faith. We act together, brothers."